Then we will discuss about the cloning and expression vector. In previous video we already discussed about the vector. Mainly vector is two type, that is the cloning vector or expression vector on the basis of their production. First we will discuss about the cloning vector. Introduction of cloning vector. A cloning vector is a DNA molecule in which foreign DNA can be inserted or integrated and which is further capable of replicating within the host cell to produce multiple clone of the recombinant DNA. In simple way, we in recombinant DNA technology we used those vector we use the cloning vector. In cloning vector we insert the interest of our DNA and then the cloning vector transfer in the a such type of the cell, that is the prokaryotic or eukaryotic cell, and after to that the that vector multiply the or produce the multiple number of the copies in the cell. Example of the cloning vector, that is the plasmid, FOS or virus. Then first we will discuss about the characteristics of the cloning vector. It should be able to replicate autonomously, means automatically when insert in certain type of the cell, maybe eukaryotic, maybe prokaryotic cell, after to that insertion the vector replicate autonomously, no required to the external stimulation like to that. Next one is the origin of the replication. In good vector, the origin of replication present ourself, not for the bacterial cell or the eukaryotic cell is required for the origin of the replication or starting of the replication of the vector. Next one is the selectable marker. For the selection of the particular type of the vector or inserted cell isolated or identify the vector for the inserted is required to the selectable marker, like to that the penicillin susceptible or resistant cells, etc. to that. Next one is the restriction site. For in a good vector, for a particular restriction enzymes is present a particular site, or for a particular restriction enzyme present only one restriction site is present, small size. Next characteristic is a small size. If the vector is small in the size, we can easily introduced in a host cell or prokaryotic or eukaryotic cell and easily to use. Next one is the low molecular weight. If the low molecular weight also introduced easily in the host cell, that is the prokaryotic or eukaryotic cell, easily isolated. Next one is the easily isolated and purified. A good vector have easily isolated from the host cell and purified easily. That is the character of a good vector, and easily isolate into host cell. These are the character of the a cloning vector, and this is the important to that the character of a good cloning vector asked many time in the exam. So that the character is it should be easily to replicate and automatically to replicate, origin of replication, selectable marker, restriction site, small in the size, low molecular weight, easily isolated and purified and easily isolated into the host cell. They are the characteristics of a good cloning vector. After to that type of the cloning vector, Various type of the cloning vector are available. They allow to the exogenous DNA to be inserted, stored and manipulated mainly at DNA level. So that the type is the plasmid vector, bacteriophage vector, phosmid, bacterial BAC means bacterial artificial chromosome and YAC means yeast artificial chromosome. They are the type of the cloning vector. This is the also important for the exam. That is the type of the cloning vector, that is the plasmid vector, bacteriophage vector, phosmid, bacterial artificial chromosome and yeast artificial chromosome. That is the type of the cloning vectors. Next one is the first vector of the cloning vector, that is the plasmid vector. So what is the plasmid vector? Plasmid vector are double stranded extra chromosomal DNA molecule, circular and self replicating. This is the plasmid vector characteristics. So that plasmid vector are always is the double stranded, always are the double stranded. That is the structure of the DNA, like to that the structure of the DNA is the double helical structure. That's like the plasmid vector also are the double helical structure. And the extra chromosomal DNA molecule means a cell contain chromosome, that is the bacterial cell. They have no nucleus. So that is the DNA of a bacterial cell or a prokaryotic cell, and the plasmid is the extra chromosomal means that is the plasmid. That is the plasmid. That is the extra chromosomal present in the cells. Circular in the size, that is the circular size of this is the circular in the size, and self-replicating, not required to the external stimulation or cell stimulation to the replication of the replication of the plasmid. Advantage of the plasmid vector: why to use plasmid vector in the research or our laboratory practices? Why use? Because of they are small and easy to handle. Because of the plasmid are the small in the size and easy to handle. Next one is the easy purification. Plasmid are easily purified by the laboratory procedure and strategy, forward selection strategy. Because of the plasmid vector are contain the selectable marker, so easily selection procedure is done. Next one is the useful for cloning small DNA fragments. Plasmid vector use only for the small DNA fragment, only for the small DNA fragment, that is the less than 10 kilobyte, less than 10 kilobyte DNA fragment used for the cloning of the DNA by the use of the plasmid. That is the advantage of the plasmid. After to that is the disadvantage of the plasmid. Less useful for cloning of the larger DNA fragment, more than 10 kilobytes. Plasmid are less used because of they replicate or multiply the small fragment of the DNA, that is the 100 less than the 100 kilobyte of the DNA fragment, but not used by the more than 100 kilobyte of the DNA fragment by the use of the plasmid vector. This is the plasmid vector. Next one is the bacteriophage. They are the virus that specially infect bacteria and during infection inject the false DNA into the host cell where it undergo replication. We already discussed about the bacteriophage also. And what is bacteriophage? Bacteriophage is the virus. They are the virus and have the hexagonal symmetry and a tail and legs also have. This is the bacteriophage and have the DNA in the hexagonal core. DNA contain in the hexagonal core. After to that, this infect the bacterial cell. This is the bacterial cell have O1 DNA, and if the falls infect the bacterial cell, they transfer over DNA into the bacterial cell or a host cell. They transfer over DNA into the bacterial cell or a host cell, and this DNA goes to replicate. Goes to replicate in the host cell. The phage are simple in the structure and consist of the DNA molecule having the several genes for phage replication, which is surrounded by a capsid made up of protein. The DNA is surrounded by a capsid. This hexagonal structure is called as capsid. And this made from the proteins, various proteins made from protein. So what is bacteriophage? Bacteriophage is the viruses that infect the bacteria and then the transfer of or DNA in the bacterial or host cell, and after to that they multiply in host cell. That is the bacteriophage. Asked many time in definition, what is bacteriophage? Then the M13 phage. It is 6407 nucleotide in the length. Means M13 phage is made from the 6407 nucleotide, circular, and consists of a single standard DNA molecule. That is important. The M13 phage contain the single standard DNA molecule. It is used as a cloning vector because it less than 10 kilobyte in size. This M13 phage size is less than 10 kilobyte in 10 kilobase in size. Means M13 phage is smaller in size, so easily to handle and easily to introduced in the host cell. The double standard replicative form of the genome act like a plasmid. In a gene clone can be obtained from the single standard DNA, which is helpful in the gene sequencing and in vitro mutagenesis. So that the M13 phase is important because of this use in the gene sequencing techniques, various gene sequencing technique or in vitro mutagenesis studies. It is easily prepared from the culture of infected E. coli cell. Okay, so this is the M13 phase, and this is always single standard DNA molecule. It contains the genetic material as a single standard DNA molecule. Next one is the bacterial artificial chromosome, that is the BAC. That's also important because of bacterial artificial chromosome contain or replicate the large large molecule of the DNA and used in the human genome project. So this is the more popular than the other vector, that is the bacterial artificial chromosome. Vector that enable artificial chromosome can be created and cloned into E. coli. Features of the bacterial artificial chromosome, that is the useful for cloning up to 200 to 300 kilobytes. Useful for cloning up to 200 to 300 kilobytes. That is important. The bacterial artificial chromosome replicate or cloning or multiply the more or large number of the or large quantity of the DNA, but can be handled like regular bacterial plasmid vector. Useful for the sequencing large stretches of the chromosomal DNA, frequently used in the genome sequencing project like the Human Genome Project. Like other vector, bacterial artificial chromosome contain that is the origin of replication. Origin of replication in the plasmid or vector is called as the ORI. Sequencing derived from the E. coli plasmid is called as the F factor. F factor already discussed in the general microbiology. Multiple cloning site or restriction sites. Bacterial artificial chromosome contain the multiple cloning site, but other vector not contain the multiple cloning site. Selectable marker, antibiotic resistance, ampicillin, penicillin, selectable marker present in the bacterial artificial chromosome. So bacterial artificial chromosome are also important to that the short type of the question asked many time. What is BAC? Full form also ask about the full form of the BAC, that is the bacterial artificial chromosome, and ask many time about the definition and short type of the question. What is bacterial artificial chromosome? Define bacterial artificial chromosome. Features of the bacterial artificial chromosome. So remember to that bacterial artificial chromosome. And then other type of the vector that are important, that is the subtle vector. That are the subtle vector, and subtle vector are also important to our course. Certain vector can replicate in the different host system, for example in E. coli and in yeast. Such vector are called as subtle vector. Means those vector, they are also multiply or replicate in the two different cells like the E. coli, yeast, prokaryotic, eukaryotic. So those vector called as the subtle vector. Subtle vector carry the different origin of the replication, which are characterized by the different host system. For replication of the subtle vector replication in prokaryotic cells is required the different type of the origin of the replication, and for the replication in the eukaryotic cells is present the different origin of the replication is present. Example of the subtle vector is the yeast episomal plasmid are the subtle vector. Yeast episomal plasmid can replicate both in the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. So subtle vector is important and it's easy. Subtle vector are those vector they can replicate both in the prokaryotic as well as eukaryotic cell. They can replicate prokaryotic as well as eukaryotic cell. For the replication of the prokaryotic as well as eukaryotic cell, they contain or carry the origin of the replication for both carry the different origin of the replication for the both of the cell, that is they contain the different origin of replication for the prokaryotic cell and different origin of replication for the eukaryotic cell. and example of the shuttle vector is episomal plasmid. So this is the important, and please remember to that shuttle vector mostly asked in the definition type of the question. So remember to that shuttle vectors. Next one is the expression vector. Sometime the foreign gene is replicated then next one is the expression vector. So what is the expression vector? Sometime the foreign gene is recipient cells may not be expressed. This may be due to following reason. Why the some cell no express any time of these vectors products? Reason is the transcription of the gene does not occur due to absence of the effective promoter. The cells cannot contain the effective promoter. The initiation codon for a particular protein is absent. All cell not contain the all type of the initiation codon for a particular protein. So all cell are not express all the vectors. The mRNA lack a suitable sign Dalgaris sequences. The vector which are constructed in such a way that they contain the suitable expression signal are called as the expression vector. The vector when contain the suitable expression signals, when the vector contain the suitable expression signals, so those vector called as the expression vector. A foreign gene carried by the expression vector into the recipient cells will have complete expression. That is the gene will be transcribed into the mRNA and then translate into the protein. We already know about that is the process of the transcription and translation. The same process is done in the case of the expression vector. That is the first will transcription process is done and formation of the mRNA is done, and after to that translation process is done and format the protein of our required or originate. Two strategy used for the construction of the expression vector. For the construction of the expression vector, two strategy are used. First one is the using vector which allow the synthesis of the fusion protein. First one is the using vector which allow the synthesis of fusion protein, and next one is the vector that can synthesize pure unfused foreign protein. Then the expression vector, two types: prokaryotic expression vector, that is the bacterial expression vector, that is in the E. coli cells. Second type is the eukaryotic expression vector, that is the yeast expression vector, that is S. cerevisiae. Viral expression vector, Buculovirus mammalian cell expression system, that is the expression vector type, that is the prokaryotic expression vector and eukaryotic expression vector. Prokaryotic expression vector or eukaryotic expression vector. In prokaryotic expression vector, bacterial expression system that is present in the E. coli cells, that is the bacterial cell, and the next one is the eukaryotic expression vector. In eukaryotic expression vector that present in the yeast expression system, that is the S. cerevisiae. Next one is the viral expression system, that is the Buculoviruses, and last one is the mammalian cell expression system.